Hi guys and girls, John Shawcross here. I just wanted to record a quick video for you for the JV blog as a very quick run through and demo of Compliance Bar. Obviously we've got full training in the members area, but this is just for you JV guys, just to give you a sort of rundown of the product and Compliance Bar and exactly what it does, so that you can obviously use the information when promoting it to your list and to your subscribers. Now, the first thing you do is obviously just install it. It's a simple install. Just upload it like you would with any plugin, and you will then be presented with a settings screen in the back end of your WordPress dashboard. And the first page that you'll arrive on when you go to Compliance Bar is the user profile. And as you can see here, there are a number of default categories which we ask people to enter their information into. They're not all compulsory. The ones with stars next to them are compulsory fields, and the reason for this is that the shortcodes, the dynamic shortcodes over on that you can see over here on the right hand side, they populate into the templates, so that when a template is displayed on a page, it will automatically input the information that's provided in these boxes. So they're dynamically inserted to make sure that the information in the templates is adjusted to a particular business, a particular company name and person, phone number, address details, etc., etc. So that's just the user profile. You can't do anything with Compliance Bar until the bare minimum of the compulsory fields has been completed. But once that's been done, you can then access the other areas of Compliance Bar. Now, the first area obviously is the compliance pages. We have provided 22 templates that have been legally approved as being acceptable for online businesses. These pages you can choose to automatically create them just by simply checking the box, as you can see here, and clicking on save. And what will then happen is it will automatically create these pages with these page titles in the pages section of your WordPress installation. At the same time, you can also change the icons, and we have one of the OTOs that we are providing will be a selection of different icons that people can use, so that they will automatically be so that it will be able to fit in with any theme or any design of any website, some color ones, some black and white ones like these, etc., etc. So you will be able to just upload the icons, simply click on upload, go to the new one, drag it in as you would do with an image, and insert into the actual plugin. Also on this page, you can, should you want to, you can actually amend the template itself so that you can make it more specific to your particular business. So you just simply click on the edit, and it will take you through to the actual page where you can amend the template. And that's something that we maybe recommend that people do, because whilst these templates have been legally approved, at the same time they are very generic, and it may be dependent on a person's specific business that they need to highlight certain areas in more detail, and therefore will need to adjust the templates. Now, at the same time, Compliance Bar will determine if you've already created, independently of the plugin, some of these pages. Compliance Bar will determine whether there are similar pages already existing on the site. There aren't in this case because it's a fresh install, but if you've already got an existing site that you've maybe already created some of these compliance pages for, Compliance Bar will, this color will change from green to blue to highlight that there is a similar page that already exists on the site, and you can choose to override that and bring it into Compliance Bar to use with the plugins should you wish. So the next area to look at is the actual Compliance Bar settings itself, and here you can actually create your Compliance Bar. and obviously you just give it a name and then determine where you want the compliance bar to show, whether you want it on the left hand or the right hand side of the page, at the top of the page, in the footer, or at the end of the content. We've also given the option to show compliance links in case people don't want to show the icons, they just want to show links instead, so that can either be switched on or switched off. And you can then choose the background color for the compliance bar itself. You'll see that in a second when I show you an example of the compliance bar working. And in this case, obviously I've set it to white. Now you can, if you want to, upload a background image, which basically would allow you all sorts of customization. You could even, if you wanted to, try and get it like the Apple with a sort of metal bar across the bottom. You know, it's really sort of endless how you can sort of style your compliance bar. You can select the image size of the icons as well, small or large. Small icons are 50 by 50 and larger 80 by 80. So again, it all goes with the aesthetics of your site and how you want the compliance bar to look on your page once you're actually displaying it to visitors. The next section down, you can select the pages for compliance bar that you want to show as icons. So obviously in this case they've all been created, so all the pages would show up in here. But if you've only created 4 or 5 pages, just those 4 or 5 pages would show up here, and you can just simply select the ones that you want to show on compliance bar. We've also included a display on homepage setting, and the reason we've done this is that obviously some premium WordPress themes, Genesis, Thesis, Woo, etc., they've got built-in templates for the homepage, and you can't necessarily set a static page, or you can't necessarily have those pages to show up in the pages section of WordPress. So for people using those types of themes, you would then select show it on the homepage. And the next settings are basically the pages that you want to show the compliance bar settings on. Now the beauty of compliance bar is that you can have an unlimited number of compliance bars, which means that if you've got a site that covers a multitude of different sort of areas, for example, maybe some part of it's related to the health and or the medical niche and another part's not, you may want to show certain compliance pages on certain pages and not on others. So in that case you could just create 2 compliance bars and show it on the appropriate pages. One of the great things about compliance bar is we have made it mobile friendly, so you have the choice to show it on mobile and tablets. And if you do that, obviously you will not be able to show as many icons because obviously mobile screens and smartphones screens are significantly smaller. So what you will find is that if you select all of these, you'll get a pop-up warning saying you've selected more than 5, and it won't look particularly good on your site, so maybe unselect a few. So great ability there to display compliance bar on mobile devices. Then finally at the bottom you have the option to display the offset settings, and effectively what this means is you've got the functionality to be able to position the bar anywhere on your page. So if you want it, if you've selected the to display the bar on the left hand side, for example, and you then maybe want to, when it's set at sort of 50, it will be in the middle, but you may want it sort of slightly over to the left for some reason, or slightly over to the right, or whatever it may be. And by using the offset buttons, you've got the option to do that. So let's quickly have a look at a compliance bar that I've already created, just to show you, and that's here. And you can see at the bottom, this is the compliance bar. Now the blue background that you can see here is actually an uploaded image. It's just an uploaded blue image. I could have selected the blue background as well, but it is actually an uploaded image. And here are the icons, and the cool thing is that obviously you can see, and we've tried to go with the Apple theme, where the Apple dock, where as you highlight over them it scrolls and it hovers and zooms, making it obvious as to which compliance icon you're highlighted and which one you're going to click on. This one here is actually an uploaded image, which is why it looks a little bit different from the others. It's just to sort of show you how an uploaded icon differs from the standard ones. So that's basically how compliance bar would display. Yeah, those are the settings on the compliance bar. So let's quickly go back. You can then go to the manage bar, and again this is where if you want to change things you can click on edit and just change any of the settings accordingly. So if you wanted to change it from left to from the footer to the top, you could do that. Same pages, we want to display it on mobile, but etc, etc. Save it, and if we now go back to this page and reload it, you'll see that the compliance bar has moved from the bottom to the top. So full functionality of where people can put the compliance bar and exactly position it exactly how they want. The next thing about compliance bar in this demo, in this little run through, is the pop-ups. Now pop-ups are great because we have created them essentially to for sites that may want to restrict content based on age or based on whatever criteria it is that you want to set. And by creating a pop-up, what you can effectively do is set a pop-up on a page that basically says, in order to access this content you must confirm that you're over 18 years old, or whatever it is that you decide to set, and a user will have to accept this in order for the content to then appear. Now at the same time we are logging IP details, so if I just reload that page, because I've just accepted it, my IP should, with a bit of luck, appear. Go to pop-ups, IP log details. Okay, there it is. Sorry, I realised why it didn't show the first time. It's because I was logged into the site, and I had to go and accept it through a non-logged in site, and then what happens is obviously it logs my IP address and it shows which pop-up was accepted and the date, so that's particularly useful for if at a later date you needed to come back to show that the pop-up was actually accepted, and therefore somebody did accept the terms of your pop-up. The final area of compliance bar is the EU cookies, and it is a legal requirement that websites in Europe have to display an EU cookie policy to basically tell people that a website is using cookies and storing information. And here you can again set it up so to say exactly what you want it to say, give a link to your privacy policy, and then display it on a page. And again, somebody must accept that they are obliging by your use of cookies, and that looks a little bit like that, so that you can see down at the bottom here the EU cookies. By continuing to use this site, you confirm the use of cookie to store data. You can find out more by visiting this link, and then if you click that, it will accept it, and it will also log the IP in the database so that you can come back to it at a later date for record keeping purposes, should you want to. In the page template settings, you can simply edit the existing templates that are already there, a little bit the same as in the compliance pages in the compliance page section. And should you want to, you can also grab the shortcodes in order to insert any of the templates into any pre-created pages. So that's the purpose of the template section. And then just very quickly, we've got a general settings tab, which is affiliate option. You can just show the show some text and link to JV Zoo, and obviously earn affiliate commissions on compliance bar. And just quickly some promote and profit and some updates and so on and so forth. So that in essence is Compliance Bar. We think it's a great plugin. We've had some awesome feedback so far. Hope you can see how much time and thought we've put into this particular product. Compliance is obviously something that's becoming increasingly important, and something that we're absolutely confident that your list is going to love, and you'll be able to confidently promote it to your subscriber base.